Hey guys, and welcome to the 24th round for the face-to-face season 4 in the game Dawn of War Soulstorm. In the previous round we've watched Limonad versus Dead Lord. In case you haven't watched, I won't even say the score, but since we have Limonad in this round, it's obvious he won the previous one. So, getting started with game 1. On Blood River, the matchup Space Marines versus Eldar. And Limonad's opponent this time is StarScream again. I think they have faced each other in the very first round. Back then, Limonad lost. StarScream is also known as Elijah these days. He's still playing. These games were played in 2010. Elijah is playing since 2007 probably, or 2008. So he's got a lot of experience with all the races. He's been playing random for many years. So yeah, he's got good game knowledge, but his micro is not very good. If he had slightly better micro, he'd probably be one of the best. So StarScream, also known as SWS Bookin, SWS Elijah, and he had a few other nicknames and tons of smurfs over the years. In the lower left, IMS Limonad started with 3 Guardians and Rangers versus Space Marines. Look at this harass. How often do you see Guardians going on harass? Something unusual finally from these Eldar games, though older ones. I like this opening. Now also the Rangers are getting in here, and they will be a nightmare for the scouts. Elijah started with 3 scouts, generator and force commander. I am not sure about this opening. Is this even good versus Eldar? No idea. Well, as a Space Marine I don't know what's good against Eldar. Probably Assault Marines opening through Armory maybe would be a better option. Okay, I see. Elijah will add the sniper rifles on the 2 scout squads, and hopefully he will manage to get the points with 1 squad. No infiltration on the Rangers yet, so the scouts can kill the Rangers for now. Space Marines' problem with this Eldar opening: Eldar is getting map control much faster, a bit of a misclick here. Limonad is not getting the relic. Also, some of you might wonder, why do I record these all games, why not newer games? There are many channels with Dawn of War content out there that mostly record new games, so you can see how the current players are doing. A lot of them are streaming. Also I do streams on my main channel. I observe real time the new players, so there's a lot of content from those new guys, whilst not so much action from back in the day. These Guardians still not capturing the relic. Bad overlooking here from Limonad. Also you can see some in some games how the meta has changed. Even without balance changes over the years, more useful builds or more cheesy builds also were discovered. So the game changed a bit.
is your wish. You cannot imagine what we have seen with our eyes.
The longer you play this game, the more you know about it. Since there are so many matchups, you can try a lot of different stuff. A lot of matchups and a lot of maps.
The wanderers have returned. We must retreat to the webway.
Snipers doing pretty well, rangers cannot deal any damage, they lost morale from the sniper rifles. 74 to 10 economy from Elijah. I'm glad the players aren't floating yet. Their economy is still low. At that point in time in 2010 when Face-to-Face Season 4 was played, Limonad and Velan were playing Dawn of War 2 probably. They weren't very active in Dawn of War, so you might see some floats on them, some lazy micro as we've gotten here. Guardians being idle for too long, one squad. But all of them are still alive, that's good, when you don't lose units. How much easier would have it been if the Rangers were infiltrated? There's no skull probe. Well, at least it would have forced Elijah to... Okay, he's got one. I didn't see it. If you make infiltrated Rangers, you force Space Marine to make those skull probes. 55 requisition. Some destruction with the Guardians. Eldar is winning time. He's going tier 2, halfway done.
You called us back.
Not so bad from Elijah also, but he's behind in tech. He's got the map. One of the problems in this matchup, if Space Marine is damaged early game, they will stay behind in tech a bit and might be difficult to recover. On maps like Blood River, the matchup is broken in Eldar's favor. On some other maps, Space Marine actually has chances if they do Assault Marines build. Or on maps like with only a few strategic points, Eldar might also struggle. It's an expensive race, and Space Marine heroes might do well to the Eldar infantry, killing it. They wouldn't be able to reinforce due to low economy. Support portal almost up. Elijah is only halfway to tier 2. No anti-vehicle from Elijah to stop a Falcon or Viper, whatever Limonad will do. Fire Dragons and Harlequin on the way. I mean, he probably could have waited with the Harlequin and make a Falcon before. Or cancel the Fire Dragons, since he's got no limit. And build the Falcon faster. It's important to get out the vehicle fast if your opponent is behind, so you can surprise him, maybe even kill all of his infantry. Okay, Elijah saw the tier 2. He's probably not expecting a Falcon at this point, but he's running back.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Harlequin doing a good job killing the scouts, dancing around. And the classic harass Falcon with Fire Dragons, destroying listening posts and decapping them. Tier 2 up for Elijah. He's also building the machine cult. By the time this will be built, the game might be over. Too much damage is being done at the right time by Limonad. One squad of Guardians might go down. Economy is still acceptable for Elijah, 98 to 40.
Danger has found us.
116 to 50 from Eldar. Makes optics and armor.
How can we
And he's floating. As I have mentioned earlier, he wasn't very active back then.
6 minutes until taken hold victory.
Tempest's on the way. He needs something to destroy this falcon. 2 falcons now. No need for star cannon. The default weapon from falcon is good. It has a bit more damage to vehicles, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, look at the damage to the Tempest. If it would get focused, it probably would be destroyed by 2 falcons. Tier 3 on the way from Eldar. A squad of warp spiders is out. And still ahead in economy. Limonad has to build more generators and make the global upgrade on requisition. He hasn't done that yet. 2 strategic points down, 70, 40, 30 economy. Limonad should have also destroyed this and decapped, would have been over then.
danger has found us?
Warp spiders on the way.
What is
Another
your
squad. The second one.
quickly? We are under enemy fire. We must retreat to the webway.
Good move in here with Grey Knight and Chappie slowed this down. Not sure if the Grey Knight ability was cast earlier.
We are taking damage.
Could have killed this squad.
You cannot imagine what we have seen with our eyes.
3 warp
4
spiders
minutes until
out,
taken
or
hold
no,
victory.
still 2 squads.
You cannot imagine what we have seen with our eyes.
Lots of float
Our
from
mission
Eldar.
is successful. Back into the fray.
And the harass with Falcons still ongoing. This is only one example why Eldar dominates in the matchup on Blood River. Better mobility, better early game. And Elijah did pretty well early. He didn't expect the harass, probably Guardians harass.
Scouts reporting for duty.
The game wasn't
3
that
minutes
one-sided,
until
but he's
taken hold
suffering.
victory.
Tier 3 optics on the way and armor.
Has found us.
And now good luck stopping these warp spiders. With tier 3 optics and I'm sorry, with tier 3 optics and armor it's impossible for Space Marine heroes to stop this. With the Bright Lens platforms, warp spiders will also be able to destroy the Tempests, since the Bright Lens platforms is able to reduce armor of everything, even of those tier 4 super units. And Elijah says it's imbalanced. He's right. I'm not sure what he should have done to win. Maybe rush Eldar. Is that even an option? A viable option to go aggressive into Eldar early game? Probably not. Might be a suicide. This is the stats. StarScream killing twice as many units compared to Eldar and somehow loses. Also, economy was higher for such a short game, a significant difference in income, over 2000 more resources. And in tech, Limonad was ahead. That's how the first game ends. Limonad wins. Both players played their main races. The map could be better though, I think. Second game, Eldar mirror on Battle Marshes.
We are shaped by fate just as we shape it.
Why?
We are shaped by fate.
Probably a bad
just as
idea
we
to
shape
play
it.
Eldar mirror. If your opponent's main race is Eldar and yours is not. And that's the case here. Elijah thinks he might have chances in the mirror, it might be even worse. That's why it's important in Dawn of War to handle one race very well in all the matchups. That's your main goal for the start. If you're getting started, you have to master one race in all the matchups, play it very well at high level. At least you need some builds prepared for each matchup. So you do not have to rely on always changing to other race if the matchup is a bit broken. All the matchups are still playable, it depends on the map of course. I think Space Marines on Battle Marshes could do something.
Success.
You could do Assault Marines in here, you could harass maybe with Land Speeders, Tempests in tier 2. You can do some trouble to Eldar. It still wouldn't mean that Space Marines has equal chances, but more chances than on Blood River, probably.
We are shaped by fate just as we shape it.
2 Guardians this time from Limonad and Rangers.
Our path. You cannot
Did he infiltrate? Yeah, they are already infiltrated. He had enough.
We are shaped by fate just as
No wait, you probably always have enough.
incoming enemy.
But that's how you play this matchup, infiltrated Rangers. Both players infiltrated them.
The time for war is success.
Elijah is here with his units.
Take the battle to the
Rangers and Guardians with Warlock for detection.
command me to build.
Limonad needs a Bone Singer to finish this.
We are taking damage. You called us back.
And Rangers, Elijah's Rangers hunting those Bone Singers.
Guardian squad, ready. Command me to build.
Limonad distracting
We are time for
Elijah's
war.
Guardians
We
with
are
this
taking
squad.
damage.
Runs through his base, scans it.
You cannot fall back and reload. Reload. The enemy is upon
And
us.
here we go with probably a matchup winning situation.
We return.
As soon as you drop morale of the enemy Rangers, you've got the advantage. You just have to keep dropping the morale, keep it low,
We walk the path.
so that your opponent's units wouldn't deal damage.
You cannot
If you drop the morale first, you've got the advantage. Focus those Rangers all the time,
You cannot imagine.
keep their morale low, and you will deal damage and your opponent will not. That's how it works
Burden of leadership lies
in the early game.
we walk our
Good thing is Elijah was in heavy cover, restored morale quickly. A better positioning from Elijah.
incoming enemy fire. We must retreat. All Eldar must answer the call.
74 to 30 economy for Elijah. Not so good. Map control domination on Limonad's side. He's got his points, he's got the relic, he could try and get this. It's not controlled by anyone.
The burden of leadership lies with us.
And Limonad already goes tier 2. He's got requisition advantage income.
The darkness has passed. Fear the judgment of the council.
While Elijah is upgrading listening posts, that's what he likes to do. He likes to do economy boom before he takes up.
You called us back. How can we help? We are shaped by fate.
Usually he would do all possible economy upgrades and mass a lot of stuff, a lot of infantry. That's his playstyle with most of the races.
We return to defend the craft world.
He's also making all the global upgrades in tier 2 whenever possible. If his Tau or I'm sorry, if his Tau or Eldar, he will do double requisition upgrade, double power upgrade in tier 2. And so he is behind, but has might have an economy advantage.
Command me to build.
Not so far behind this time, actually.
Danger has found us. We must retreat to the web.
And he's already ahead in economy. Will that help? He's a bit behind with tier 2, but ahead in economy.
We are taking damage.
Limonad upgrades economy after he hits tier 2 and builds one more generator. He had to make the optics. He needs optics. In this matchup you need optics as soon as you hit tier 2. Looks like Limonad forgot about it.
The burden of leadership lies with us.
Goes support portal and fire dragons. I think he had to order the optics upgrade
The
first.
time for war is nigh.
Or maybe he needs the falcon, so he saves power. I don't know what he wants to do.
Command me to build. Fall back and reload. Reload.
92 to 50 economy for Elijah. He makes the optics, he builds the support portal. Economy a bit higher for Limonad. He also makes the optics now. Warp spiders on the way.
The darkness has passed. Incoming enemy fire.
So despite Elijah hitting tier 2 a bit slower, he still got the optics, that important upgrade, a bit faster. Not critical in this situation.
Fate has decided this is not our time.
Ready to deliver death to the enemy.
Limonad has the fire dragons in here, right? Goes and harass.
Just as Falcon brought Anars to Eldanesh, we bring warriors to the front.
There is wisdom in your word. Our death serves no cause. Retreat!
And now Eldar falcons hunting each other. Both falcons with fire dragons inside. Bad thing this support platform is not upgraded yet. Could have destroyed the falcon in 2 shots. Limonad's falcon almost down. His fire dragons aren't as much reinforced as Elijah's ones.
Incoming enemy fire.
Falcon at your service.
Rush the enemy position. We walk the path less traveled.
Falcon at your command.
There is wisdom in your words.
Falcon at your service.
Look at the float, 98 to 40. That's why it probably was a bad idea for Elijah to pick Eldar.
So the ancestors decree.
We must
If you're not
retreat to
playing
the
your
web
main
way.
race, and if you do not know it well, it could well be that you will float in these intense fights. You're not used to them, you're not used to to produce units while fighting.
How can we help?
So the ancestors
Incoming
decree.
enemy fire. What would you have us do?
While if you play your main race, you do that automatically almost.
Prepared for war.
There is wisdom in your words.
Doing multitask with your main race is also obviously easier because you know it better, so you know what to do, you don't even have to think about it.
Enemies. We are taking damage. The time for war is now. We seek the adventure that only war can bring. Fully materialized, unprepared for war.
Float on power. Elijah goes for global upgrade now on requisition, the first upgrade. It feels like the game is already lost for him.
We are taking damage. Enemy slumbers.
Limonad will outnumber him soon.
Thank you for delivering us safely.
We are under enemy fire. Strike quickly. Incoming enemy fire.
As I dream, so shall it be.
It is over. Incoming enemy fire.
As I dream, so shall it be. Many shall die today.
Good saving here from Elijah. Fights in close combat those fire dragons and repairs the listening shrine. Will not go down today.
Danger has found us. We are shadowy death.
And now it's important to see the next fight, probably the final. The fight between warp spiders. Who will win?
We must retreat to the web way.
Wraith Lord is out. Limonad is not being greedy, he goes tier 3. Will not attack yet.
We live to move.
And while he's on the way to tier 3, he will also make the third squad of
So the ancestors decree.
warp spiders.
Do you know of we are taking damage?
So by the time the next fight will happen and warp spiders will encounter each other, Limonad might have the tier 3 upgrades and Elijah will not, so might be a one-sided fight.
We are taking damage.
Good move in here with the warp spiders from Limonad, kills Elijah's only fire dragon squad. Now Elijah is left without anti-vehicle and lost his relic. He also destroyed Limonad's listening shrine on the relic, but didn't decap it yet. Now it decaps with the rangers.
We are taking damage.
Harlequin on the way. Okay, Wraith Lords, good anti-vehicle, they've got the Brightlands upgrade.
The warp core.
112 to 50 income. Limonad's fire dragons will counter harass.
Enemy fire.
And now let's observe this. Limonad is tier 3, but it has not ordered the upgrades yet. All of Elijah's warp spiders has lost morale somehow, probably because of the Vipers and Rangers. So even 2 squads of warp spiders from Limonad will deal with 3 squads from Elijah, without tier 3 upgrades.
The enemy is upon us. Incoming enemy fire. We live to move.
Wow, look at this, 1 squad is idling. Bad. Still, Limonad wins this fight. He needed fire dragons also to destroy the Wraith Lords.
To the fray.
Ideally, Wraith Lords had to tie up these warp spiders, had to follow them. And instead of fighting Vipers in close combat, just focus them from range. Same with the Falcon. If you add the Brightlands. Bad fight for Elijah. I think he had the chances, his economy was higher. Limonad's economy dropped to 74 to 40. Elijah's economy 85 to 40. Higher economy, he had a bigger army. But did a bad engagement, somehow lost morale on those 3 squads. If he wouldn't, he might had the chances to win, maybe. Better fight in the end for Limonad, otherwise Elijah was a bit ahead with economy, but not with tech. Limonad was tier 3. Alright. 2-0 in Limonad's favor. I do not have game 3 unfortunately, but they played Eldar versus Dark Eldar. I'm not sure on what map. We'll jump into game 4. I will tell the final score in the end. Game 4 played on Tranquility's end. Limonad picks Chaos. StarScream gets Eldar from random.
We are shaped by fate just as we shape it. We will fulfill our duty. Help.
A weird opening, making Guardians before second Bone Singer.
Just as we shape it. Guardian squad ready.
Usually you'd make the Bone Singer first, because it gets out very quickly, so you build the aspect portal faster.
We are shaped by fate
And the
just as
generator
we
faster.
shape it.
So in the top position, Elijah gets Eldar from random. Opens with 2 Guardians, Rangers, Generator, and will also add Dark Reapers.
We are shaped by fate just
In the
as
lower
we
position, Limonad with Chaos.
We can serve you. We are eager to please.
3 Cultists,
Forces of chaos.
Generator, Chaos Lord.
My life is forfeit. We can serve you.
I'm not sure if he knows his opponent's race.
Grant us the gifts of the
It was not
chaos, great one.
mentioned in chat.
We will serve you, and in return, grant us the power of the dark gods. We captured it for chaos. You called us our eternal battle against chaos. We return to defend the craft. Incoming enemy fire. My music is a pillar upon which whole worlds have been built. We are here to fulfill our duty. Danger has found us.
Dark Reapers are out. Cultists won't win the Dark Reapers even in close combat. They will lose. They've got less HP. And look at the Dark Reaper damage in close combat, up to 38. On Cultists it's 32 maximum. So yeah, easy fight for the Dark Reapers. It will take a while though, until it's over.
We seek the adventure that only
Rangers hunting the heretics.
the wanderers have returned. We are here to fulfill our duty.
Sort of a economy boom from Limonad, which is not bad as Chaos. If you defend well with Chaos, if you do some harass with Raptors, then in tier 2, tier 3 you have good chances to win. You can make Defilers, Hell Talents also. Defilers good for defense, Hell Talents to destroy enemy vehicles or harass economy. And in tier 3, Possessed Squad and Obliterators can be a nightmare for Eldar infantry. So Chaos has chances in the matchup. The matchup is not easy for both races, but still probably in Eldar's favor.
Commands me to. How can we help?
Meeting resistance!
What is your wish?
In the late game, it's definitely in Eldar's favor.
We are under enemy fire. We walk the path less traveled.
Bad movement with cultists, the second squad will die in there.
We are under attack!
Cross me and die.
So, by the look of it, Limonad lost all of his cultists. No, wait, he's got one squad. One squad alive, he has to capture this point and needs to go. He's going tier 2 already.
All Eldar, we walk the path less traveled.
On tier 2 he could also try Chaos Sorcerer with a Berserker's build.
The craft world sings to me and I respond.
92 to 30 economy from Elijah. Better economy, better map control. Also denies Chaos this point. He captures it. Lots of generators. He probably wants to go into the defilers.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware! The gods have forsaken.
The last cultists have been killed. I'm not sure what Elijah means. He said he's not using bugs and will not make ranger infiltration. He considers it a bug. Weird. Tier 2 almost up for him.
Meeting resistance!
And tier 2 up for Limonad. Look at the float though. What will he do now? Sacrificial circle.
My life is forfeit.
Sorcerer on the way. We'll go tier 3 probably. Has enough resources.
The true power is here.
He can go tier 3 now, but it's risky. Might not even be able to get this point.
I command the darker powers.
A very bad cast of that sorcerer ability. Only hits one unit. Okay, tier 3 on the way. Needs global upgrade on requisition badly.
Abilities are at your disposal.
Needs it now, has enough power. And goes for it. In the meantime, Elijah's economy is sky high, 134 to 60.
Damage.
Optics has been researched, armor upgrade on the way. And we'll also have enough for tier 3 soon. 2 squads of berserkers were made by Limonad. Needs to upgrade this to LP2 and preferably this to LP3. Needed a heretic in here to repair. Falcon is here. Some
6
pathing.
minutes until taken hold victory.
My abilities are at your disposal.
That's why you need raptors in the matchup. to stop harass on economy from whatever fire dragons or maybe even dark reapers.
My life is forfeit.
And you need raptors early to harass Eldar, kill bone singers and maybe guardians. If you do not do damage to Eldar early, their life is too easy. They do whatever they want. So you have to do some damage somehow. Horror squad out. Possessed squad on the way. Tier 3 is up for Limonad, but economy is low. Needs to also upgrade the second global on requisition. Has enough power. Chaos Tier 3 is very expensive in terms of requisition on the unit reinforcement. Possessed squad members and obliterators are very expensive and you need lots of requisition for being able to reinforce them while fighting. Sorcerer almost down. Berserkers probably were a bad idea. They weren't necessary. Maybe only one squad to hold back the Eldar. The problem with Berserkers, if you do not have a Rhino, but even with a Rhino, can they even touch Eldar with Fleet of Foot? Eldar can just escape by using Fleet of Foot. Won't allow Berserkers to touch them. Maybe if Eldar makes bunches, Berserkers can be good. Look at the float from Limonad, he's not even going for obliterators. Definitely not experienced with chaos.
Incoming enemy fire.
Floating too much. Yeah, Elijah also hits tier 3. Once the tier 3 optics will be up, chaos units will melt down. So damage from chaos had to be done already by now. By the time Eldar hits tier 3, their economy should be down. A possessed squad and obliterators have to destroy everything as soon as possible.
Until they can hold victory.
I feel the warp overtaking me. The chaos gods speak.
Needs to rebuild this.
It is as though 1,000
Not enough requisition for obliterators, but it looks like the final fight. And does not look very good for chaos. His economy is lower, float 1000 on power. Don't see that often in 1v1s. So yeah, instead of berserkers, could have been much better to just build the machine pit. How is that called? Machine pit on chaos probably. And make 2-3 defilers. Would have been more useful than these berserkers probably.
We are taking damage.
And also cheaper, because berserkers not only are expensive as a squad, but also on reinforce. 50 to 5 for one berserker, that's a lot.
Hear the judgment of the
Seer Council out,
The warp called us, but we return to the faith.
and chaos are melting down. They cannot handle warp spiders with tier 3 optics. GG. Elijah wins this. Obviously he would get a good matchup whenever he plays random up to this day. One of the reasons on tournaments lately, if you want to play random, your races are pre-generated. You are not allowed to pick random in game because it's possible to hack it somehow. No idea how this works. It's probably possible to modify the game files so you can even pick your enemy's race, or you can at least pick your race, even if it shows up as random. So you either get a good race for a specific map or for a matchup if your opponent picks the race. Probably possible to abuse. The final 5th game played on Fata Morga between Limonad and Elijah. In the top side, Limonad gets Orks. Opens with 3 Slugger Boys. In the lower position, Sisters of Battle from Elijah. Matchup in Limonad's favor, but Elijah probably knows how to play this matchup. What will he do? Seraphims or Cannoneers with Inferno Pistol? We'll see in a moment. Armory and barracks built simultaneously, which probably means he will go for Seraphims. Seraphim squad on the way. Limonad in the meantime has changed his mind and only made 2 Slugger Boys. Will make the Shooter Boys and Big Mech. Shooter Boys are out. The rally point had to be set on this strategic point. So once the Shooter Boys get out of the barracks, they instantly start capturing this point. A bit of a miscontrol from Limonad. Lost a few seconds.
What now? I'm not doing anything.
Seraphims are here. Big Mech will be out soon to handle them. Big Mech can deal with Seraphims from range. He just needs to follow and shoot. It's worse if there are 2 Seraphim squads. They would win the Big Mech probably. Especially if reinforced.
Sworn ever to your service when at peace and when at war.
I submit.
Sworn ever to your service when at peace and when at war.
You need something fixed? They're shooting us!
Which way? What now?
Relic captured, LP2 being upgraded. Cannoneers on the way. Nice. Cannoneers with Inferno Pistol will be good.
I am consecrated to the Imperium.
Back in the day, many players used to make Cannoneers first with Inferno Pistol. It was a thing when the game was new back in 2008, 2009. You would rush Cannoneers with Inferno Pistol. It looked cool, but not very efficient. Because of the low HP on the Cannoneers, he could lose any fight in close combat against any hero almost. If she wouldn't have the close combat upgrade, obviously. Battle Sister Squad and maybe also phosphor grenades will be made. Cannoneers is here. Cannoneers can win the Big Mech even in close combat, I believe. Because Big Mech has lower HP. And he can also get stunned. Half HP down from Cannoness. Damage. Has to jump away. Big Mech is good in terms of utility also, so he pays off quick. One good teleport can even win you the game sometimes. And later on he can get stun ability, custom gadgets research, which also increases the detection range. Big Mech almost down. Why did he disattach the Big Mech? That was a mistake from Limonad. As soon as Big Mech is below half HP, you should keep him attached to the squads, preferably to the shooter boys, so he wouldn't get too close to enemy units. He will get damaged. He has to stay attached to the shooter boys. If he's full HP, you attach to Nobs or Slugger boys and fight in close combat. Good economy on Orks, bad fight. All the LP2s have been upgraded. One critical location also got captured, now gets decapped. Orks economy is much higher. Now it's a matter how will he handle the fights. If he makes the damage upgrades on the shooter boys, add a few big shooters, maybe make the Daka research, Blaster upgrade, and with one good jump he might be able to kill the Seraphims. That is if the Seraphims won't have teleportation, obviously, to jump away. But killing them would be a relief. They are a bit disturbing at this point. Another jump with a Big Mech, not attached. He has to be attached, preferably to the Slugger boys now. One Slugger boy squad down. So as Orks, in this matchup you have to be aggressive early game. That's a thing Limonad didn't do. You could try to start with 3 Slugger boys, as Limonad initially wanted to open. Send one squad of Slugger boys on harass. Maybe decap something, annoy some missionaries. Then you go with the shooter boys and Big Mech in there and cause some problems. Then you add more shooter boys, armor upgrade, and try to outnumber sisters. Then you add big shooters and blaster upgrade, and sisters will be in trouble. Good thing is mech shop is up and war tracks will be made. Bad thing is Elijah is also tier 2 and will make Celestians, and with Celestians Orks vehicles will become useless. War tracks are good in this matchup. They can disrupt. Any disruption is a trouble for sisters. This bomb Chaka is a good thing. Has to be upgraded instantly. War truck also on the way. Needs to carry the shooter boys somehow. A risky play from Ork. He hasn't upgraded anything, it seems, on the infantry. No upgrades at all. I haven't even seen armory being researched. Maybe he researched it, but I missed. And of course he will need more shooter boys. You do not need nobs, you probably will need shooter boys and storm boys. Nobs are losing to Celestians in close combat. If Celestians have the power swords, a double upgrade, Nobs would lose. Celestians also need heroes attached, Canoness and Confessor attached to the Celestians. And with some support from the Battle Sisters, Nobs easily lose the fight, I think. Nice dodge of the phosphor grenade, got inside the war truck instantly. War tracks are here, 2 war tracks, no anti-vehicle on these ones. Wait, these are seraphims. Crack grenade can be cast. Confessor is out, attached to the Seraphim squad as I've said, and upgrades the anti-vehicle weapons now. So this squad of Celestians alone might be able to deal with all these vehicles. What was this teleport? A misclick or what? What a nightmare the Celestians are for Orks. Terminator armor, high damage. Thanks to the Inferno pistol they deal good damage even to infantry. And they can also fight very nicely in close combat. Good stun on the big mech. The Shoota Boy squad got killed. And the big mech loses HP again. Nobs are out. Even 2 squads of nobs won't be enough. Now we will see if I was right. 2 squads of nobs about to face the sisters. Will they be able to do anything? I'd like to see this. 2 squads of Celestians. That's all Elijah has in here. 2 squads of Celestians upgraded. I'm not sure if they got the Power Swords upgrade. They have at least one. Because of this close combat weapon on Kennis, it got changed. And now Nobs fighting Celestians. Confessor Smite cast. That's one thing that counters the Nobs. And then you can fight the Nobs even in close combat once their HP has been dropped by the Smite. Doesn't even need to run away, honestly. He underestimates his Celestians, probably afraid of these war trucks. Crack grenade cast, war truck down. So this war truck is a bit of a problem, disrupting units. Still full HP for the cannons. Not sure if Elijah researched the HP upgrades on heroes. Important. With vehicle support, it's not so bad for Orks. Not as bad as I thought. But as soon as the nobs will die, and they will. Pathing caused into Orc infantry by their own vehicles. How bad does it look? Confessor is trying to stun this squad. Overwatch on nobs all the way. 98 to 50 economy on Limonad. Still feels like nobs didn't kill much. They only tied up the Celestians a bit. What's this move? A bit of a overlook. He went into 3 banners, had to keep the range. Here goes, probably smited, I mean stunned this nob squad. A lot of them got killed. So, nobs with support from vehicles, not so bad, as we've seen. Limonad actually managed to push back the Celestians, but it did not win him the fight. So you cannot rely on nobs alone. You need damage, you need shooting damage, ranged damage. That means probably lots of shooter boys and war tracks. 3 squads of shooter boys with Daka research, with Blastier, with all the HP upgrades might be able to kill this. Nobs can't. The nobs are also outnumbered. As soon as nobs are outnumbered, they are dead. They just cannot do anything. Waste of resources. Close combat in this matchup is probably a bad idea. Storm boys still might be good, because they can harass, they have good mobility, they can help with map control, not only in fights. So making 1-2 Storm boy squads in addition to lots of shooter boys might be good. Elijah retreating. Again, even though he can win this fight easily. He's running away. Good thing is there's chop research on nobs, so they do some damage. Not sure when it was upgraded. Tier 3 on the way from Elijah. Well played, another stun on the Nob squad. What a pain. It's the longest stun in the game, if I'm not mistaken. Also, stasis from the Lord Destroyers is long, but it's a tier 4 unit, not tier 2.
1 minute until take and hold victory.
GG gets called by Limonad. He does not want to bother anymore because he already won the round. The third game was won by Limonad. The matchup was Eldar versus Dark Eldar, as I've mentioned. And the final score is 3-2 in Limonad's favor. He won this round. Again, he won the first 3 games. Eldar versus Space Marines, Eldar Mirror, and Eldar versus Dark Eldar. Well played by Elijah now. Sisters versus Orks. Not an easy matchup for Sisters. But Limonad probably does not know the matchup well, so he did random stuff. Still not so bad. Thank you all for watching this video. Subscribe if you are new and leave your feedback below. I will see you next time.